Now, listen to me. There are properties that were bought last year for 60 million. They are now 150 million. Many people have suffered now because of that. But those that have real estate, they are able to hedge against it. It also helps you with tax matters. And there's so much that can be offloaded from there, but we can't go into all that. So number one, it's a very powerful vehicle of wealth creation. Number two, it's a very powerful vehicle of wealth retention. Number three, it is the only vehicle of wealth creation and retention that does not have incremental possibilities. It is the only vehicle of wealth creation and retention that does not have incremental possibility. What do I mean by that? The size of the earth from day one is still the size of the earth today. When we are 2 people on earth, it's the same size. Now we have over 8 billion people on earth. The size of the earth has not changed. What does that mean? If this is this rectangle, if this rectangle is a cake and 2 of us are to share it, we have 50-50. If 4 of us are to share it, 25-25. Imagine now that this table now, or this square, imagine that 1 million of us have to share it. Imagine the crumbs that will come to you. Now think of 8 billion people sharing it. That's what's happening. So the more people we have, the more valuable the heart becomes, the more valuable the land becomes, because they have stopped creating land. There's no more land to create. It's one creation forever. And that one creation was done. And if you even think further, you realize that over 70% of the earth is water. From the Atlantic Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea. So over 70% of the earth is, so every 8 billion people we are talking about, we are only even contending with less than 30% of the earth's land mass. So that tells you how valuable real estate is, and it will continue to grow like that. So even though it is the same size, it will continue to increase in value. Number 4, it is one of the few, if not the only wealth creation vehicle that continues to increase in value without any effort of the owner. So once you buy land now, you don't need to do anything. The land will just continue to grow in value without you doing anything. Please help me answer the still looking for the real money of Lagos. The real money of Lagos is the land of Lagos. Oh. The real money of Lagos is the land of Lagos. That is Lagos oil. That is the land of Lagos. That's the real money of Lagos. So you need to plug into the land of the nation if you want to have the real wealth that the nation has to offer you. Because if you don't do that, you're going to get into trouble. So it is what? It is the only, one of the few, or the only vehicle of wealth creation that continues to increase without the effort of the owner. And that's why we say to people, you don't wait to buy land. You buy land and you wait. Number 5. It is one, if not the only vehicle of wealth creation that does not expire and has a lifetime value. Land does not expire. So you can't come tomorrow now and say, oh, sorry, that land has expired. The land is now, you can't use it anymore. It has expired. No, it doesn't expire. Businesses can go bankrupt. Stock market can go belly up. All other investment can mess you up. But real estate, it does not expire. So you can't come now and say, oh, the land has expired, though, there's no land anymore. No. And that's why we tell people a city today was a village yesterday, a village today will be a city tomorrow. You don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait. Number 6, the power of real estate. Real estate is spiritual. Real estate is spiritual. The God that we serve is a God of real estate. He created the heaven and he created the earth. So God is the one that created real estate. Faith is land. Faith is land. Whosoever owns the land determines the faith that is practiced in the land. So if you are born in Pakistan, you are most likely a Muslim. If you are born in Afghanistan, you are most likely a Muslim. You are born in Saudi Arabia, you are most likely a Muslim. Why? Because the owners of the land determines the faith that is practiced in the land. So it's a land matter. It's a matter of land. So when you don't have land, I don't understand. Your grandfather was a tenant, your father is a tenant, now you are a tenant. You say it's a generational curse. It's not a generational curse, it's a generational choice. Why? Because the owner of the land is the one that lords it over the land. Land gives you dominion. There are only 3 people we call Lord. Jesus is Lord, George is Lord, landlord is Lord. So what are you lording over? The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. If the earth is the Lord, how come you don't have one plot? The earth is the Lord, ordinary one plot you don't have. And you are living in a rented apartment. They tell you come and buy. Like say it's a bush, is very far. No, it's your wisdom level that is far. There is nowhere that is far. It depends on where you are coming from. Island is far if you are coming from mainland. Mainland is far if you are coming from island. No land is far if you are nowhere. So real estate is spiritual. Land is omnipresent. It does not move. Land is omnipotent. It's forever there, forever powerful. And the promise of God for dominion is about territories. It's about land, taking territory. So you need to take your own portion. Now listen, every industry, number 7, and I close with this and I move into opportunities. Every industry and sector is a real estate industry and sector. Every industry, every sector on earth is a real estate sector. So if you are not in real estate, I don't know what you are doing. If you are not taking advantage of real estate opportunity, I don't know what you are doing. So number 1, listen and listen well. Some people will come and tell you, no, you see, I'm just a corporate person. I just work in the financial sector. That financial sector, that bank building, is it not real estate? I just work in financial sector. Is it not a real estate building you are working in? Oh, no, excuse me, I'm a medical doctor, I'm a professional. I just want to do my medicine and practice my surgery and practice my this, Oga. The hospital where you are working, the theater room where you are doing your surgery, is it not real estate? Oh, no, you see, I'm into hospitality. I just work in a restaurant. I just take care of my restaurant. I run an hotel. The restaurant, is it not real estate? The hotel, is it not real estate? Oh, you know, I'm a pharmacist. I just say the pharmacy store, is it not real estate? Oh, no, you see, I'm just into education. I'm a teacher. I just love to teach people. The school, is it not real estate? The hostel, is it not real estate? No, I'm just into politics and governance. I just want to ensure that we put policies in place. Where you are meeting, the parliament house is not real estate. Aso Rock, the state house, is it not real estate? I'm into media. I'm just a content creator. I'm into media. I'm into technology. Oga. Where is your TV station? Is it not real estate? Your radio station, is it not real estate? Content creator, you are creating content in the air. Is it not on the land that you put your tripod and you carry your camera and have different location to produce the content that you now put out there? So what are you doing? Say, no, I'm into transportation. Oga, the road is not real estate. The car park is not real estate. The airport is not real estate. The seaport is not real estate. Name what you are doing. I can tell you for free. There is no business on earth. Real estate is the only business. Every business you are doing, if you are not doing real estate, you are not in business. So today, welcome to the real money of Lagos. Come and learn and take advantage of the opportunities that are going to be unveiling to you today. So there are some opportunities. I told you I will give you 7. 7 power of real estate and 7 opportunities that you need to explore. Number 1, land banking. Land banking. Listen to me. Many of you kept your money in the bank. Emefiele messed you up. After the Emefiele saga, Forex saga came. Subsidy removal, floating of the Forex, devaluation of the currency, and before you know it, your 10 million in the bank is now becoming 2 million naira value. So what 10 million can buy you last year, it can't buy it for you again. Why? Because the price of everything has skyrocketed. In real estate, we know what we are facing. Cement, iron rod, gravel, everything just jumping up and down. So a project you are supposed to finish with 30 million, you may need 75, 80 to finish it now. So what does that mean? You don't do cash banking, do land banking. Don't do cash banking, do land banking. Stop putting your money in the bank. Tie it down to land, tie it down to real estate. Because a city today was once a village today will be a city tomorrow. You don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait. And the future is cheap if you buy it now. Today, now we're going to be offering you an opportunity to go into land banking, to buy land. Where you cannot just buy for yourself, you buy for your children, and you pay over a long period of time. 3 years payment, 5 years payment, 7 years payment, 10 years payment. Where will you see that kind of one? So you can sit down here right now and say, look, I don't have money, the way the country is going, you better plug in today. Land banking. I am an advocate of land banking. I've done land banking. I've benefited from land banking, and I'm still seeing the blessing, both locally and internationally. I bought lands in Nigeria that I bought at 200, sold for millions. I bought land at 70,000, sold for millions. I bought land at 50,000, sold for millions. I bought land at 2 million, sold for multiple millions. So I know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking theory. Land banking. So today, opportunities will be given to you. Don't just come here, sit down and say, real money of Lagos, real money of Lagos. Where is your real action? Where is the real action that you are going to take today? Take action. So you can go into what? Into land banking. and you can buy into the opportunities that are available today that you can take advantage of. Number 2, you can go into what I call residential real estate investment. So you can begin to buy and do what we call reurbanization and repurposing. Reurbanization and repurposing. There are so many properties all over. Listen, if you look at Lagos today, you discover that there are a lot of places where you have bungalows. There are a lot of places where you have tenement houses, face me, I face you. Most of those houses were built 50 years ago, 60 years ago, 30 years ago. And most of those locations were not developed then. Now they are in developed area and they are still tenement building. What do you need to do? It's time to begin to pull down those buildings and repurpose it, reurbanize the place. You can now pull down, get a bungalow in the midst of a city, build it up to skyscraper, 4 floors, 5 floors, 6 floors, depending on the permit you can get and the state or where you operate. Or you can buy the face me, I face you, and then you repurpose it. Now think about it. You say, oh, that's face me, I face you. Nobody's going to do listen. If you have face me, I face you, 6, 6. So it's either 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. So let's imagine you have 6 rooms here, 6 rooms here, both sides. That's 12 rooms. What do? 2 rooms, turn it to self-contained. 2 rooms, turn it to self-contained. 2 rooms, turn it to self-contained. So you have 6 self-contained, and then you fence it. You do the fence, put CCTV, put solar inverter, put borehole, put gate man. Before you know it, you'll be shocked at the value. You say, no, I can't live in face me, I face you. Shh. Is hotel not face me, I face you? You go to hotel. Is it not face me, I face you? The hotel you are sleeping in, that you are paying millions in the hotel. Is it not 1 room here, that you are paying in the hotel? Real money of Lagos. Laughing at you. I show you the real money of Lagos. So land banking, there are about 50 I have here, but I want to give you 7 out of 50. So number 2 is what? Residential property, reurbanization, repurposing of the properties that you see. Number 3, short let and service apartments. Short let and service apartments. So you need to begin to think of short let, service apartments. Listen and listen well. If you have a property now, you can get the property and give it out to a tenant. And the tenants will be telling you, I lost my job, I don't have money. The tenants will be telling you stories. But that same property that you bought or leased, you can use it for short let or service apartment, and you make more money. So if you have an apartment, for instance, now, and you bought it, and you are collecting rent of 2 million per annum, and the tenant is owing you, the house is dilapidating. What happens? But that same house, you can turn it to short let or service apartment, furnish it, and the money, the 2 million you are supposed to get in 1 year, you can get it in 1 month. These are practical things you can do. These are opportunities in real estate that you can maximize, that will help you to be able to create wealth. Number 4, you can go into joint venture. Joint venture. So joint venture as a developer is something you can go into. Have you noticed, listen, have you noticed that when you go all around the country, there are a lot of abandoned projects everywhere? A lot of abandoned projects all over the country, where the people that started the building have either died or lost their source of income and they are not able to complete it. Now think of you now going there. Instead of you going to look for fresh land, go to places where there are already lands. Go to places where they are already on completed building. Go find out the owner, find out the documentation. They have entered into an agreement with them and join them to develop the project. And then you become a developer. And then you can build, operate, and transfer, build, share profit, build, co-own, and then you're able to move from there. There are a lot of lands in very, very eyebrow areas. If you go to a lot of parts of Lagos today, you see a whole 1 acre with 1 bungalow. Because in those days, some people that came back from the UK came from, they love gardening. So they just built a small duplex and they are massive 3 plots sitting down in their compound. And with grass, they are just, you can now go and say, Mama, Baba, this land is valuable now. We can help you develop it. You bring the land as your equity. We're going to build 8 terraces. We're going to build 12 terraces. Or we'll build 12 blocks of apartment. We sell and we share. Those are joint ventures. There are opportunities all over that will give you real money in the real money of Lagos. So number 1, land banking. Number 2, residential property through reurbanization and repurposing. Number 3, short let or service apartment. Number 4, joint ventures. Joint venture. Number 5, collaboration. Collaboration, or what we call fractional ownership. Collaboration or fractional ownership. A lot of people do not yet understand that collaboration is the new competition. So many times people want to own everything by themselves. And I've said it over and over again. It is better to own 10% of a billion than to own 100% of 1,000. So many of you have friends. What is the purpose of your friendship? You need to begin to create wealth creation network. So if there is a property of 50 million and you cannot afford it, 10 of you can own the building and you bring 5 million. 5 of you can own it, you bring 10 million. 50 of you can own it and you bring 1 million. So today we're also going to offer you that opportunity. We have opportunities here. So there's land banking opportunity for you today. There's fractional ownership opportunity for you today. We have service plots, we have shortlet, we have all kinds of things that we're going to introduce to you. So make sure you plug in today to the opportunities that are here so that you can buy into it. So today we are launching something that you will do, your generations unborn. Even those of you that are not married, you can buy for your unborn child now. Those of you that have children, you can buy for each of your children and be paying. By the time your child is 10, 15, 20, they will not be looking for money. Imagine that you start now. Your child is still in the womb or your child is just 2 years old and you put money in this long-term investment for your children. You'll be shocked at what the price of the land will be 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. Victoria Garden City is going to be celebrating 30 years this year. Many of you know VGC, but what you did not know that same VGC used to be a farm. It used to be a farm estate. Now, in the 90s, the construction company started it. Today, go and find it. I don't know. VGC is going to be 30 years this year. Those that bought into VGC then in the 90s, today now to get a plot of land inside VGC, some plot of land inside VGC are as much as 250 million, 300 million for one plot of land that they were buying for 5 million, 4 million then. And many of you were alive 30 years ago. You use your money to buy Volkswagen. You use your money to buy Dazun, buy 504, 505. Today now, the car don't spoil. What you go do? So what are we saying? Collaboration, fractional ownership. So you can come together with other people and own properties together. And we have opportunities here for you to plug into that. And one unique thing about what's happening today is that with the microfinance bank, there are many things that you can now do. And with our microfinance bank, we can now help you achieve more. How many have I given you now? Because there's so much. Let me jump and look for. So I've given you land banking, residential property, reurbanization, repurposing. I've given you short-let service apartments. I've given you joint venture. I've given you collaboration. Then foreign property. I love talking about foreign property. You need to invest for foreign income. So many of you are here right now. All your money is in Naira. And you want your children to go and study abroad in 10, 15 years time. Think about it. In 2014, dollar was 160. 160 Naira to $1. Now it's 1,600 to $1. 10 years ago. 10 years ago, 160 to $1. 10 years later, 1,600. In 10 years time, how much do you think it will be? So do you have any investment that is giving you money in dollars? Or your investment is in Naira? Say, I have 1 billion. If we change your money to pounds now, you see that your journey is far. I mean, high net worth what? Change your money to pounds and you see that you don't have money. So what are we saying now? Begin to buy properties abroad. Buy properties abroad so you can own property now with just $100,000. You can have a property in America and every month you are getting $1,000 minimum every month. And guess what? 10 of you can do that. We are already doing that, so just contact us. 10,000, 10 people come together, you own one property. 20,000, 5 people come together. So what kind of friendship are you doing? So if 10 of you come together now, put 10,000 together, you buy one property, 100,000 this year, you start getting $1,000 every month. You'll be getting $100 for 10 of you. Before you know it, next year, you put money together, you buy another one. In 10 years, you'll be a millionaire in dollars. Not taste by moonlight and be saying, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. No, we are telling you how to enter the real money. So foreign property, foreign investment. So if you want to buy in London, we can help you. With 50,000 pounds, you can get a flat in London. And when I say London, I mean United Kingdom, not as in the city of London. You can get in any of the other locations, and you get as much as 500 pounds every month. Every month, 500 pounds. So think about it. So 10 of you can come together for 5,000 pounds. And you gather 50,000. So once you have 50,000 pounds, contact us. Once you have $100,000, contact us, and we're going to help you. So how many have I given you now? I think I've given you 6. I promise you 7. Which one do I do? Which one? Let me give you cemetery. Cemetery. Wow. Everybody will die, even if you die in good old age. Do you know that all this one we are selling land? Cemetery is big business. Do you know how many grave is on one plot? They will just give you one small land like this and say, come and pay 10 million. And then, do you know that for cemetery, they have levels, so they have 1 vault, they have 2 vaults, they have 3 vaults. They'll just go deeper. Let's go deeper. And before you know it, they say this one is 6 million, 2 is 8 million, 3 is 10 million. Inside the same hole. And then you are buying a whole plot. So listen to me right now. If you want to do business, begin to think of cemetery business. It's a very massive business. I'm telling you, people are cashing out with cemetery. It's just because you don't know. People are dying every day. I shall not die, I shall not die. You will die one day. Even if it's good old age, everybody will die. So think of it. Lagos alone has about 25 million people. In 6 years' time, there will be over 30 million people in Lagos. So question, Nigeria is going to become 350 million people in 6 years. Yes, we are in a very critical moment. Many of you here now, you are not married. You are hoping to marry within the next few years. You still want to born the next few years. So you are the people that we had to the count. So think about it. Where will they bury everybody that is going to die? Where are the land for burial? I hope you know that in Lagos now, you can't bury people in your compound anymore. So the real money of Lagos is also in cemetery. Cemetery business is a very big business. So you can begin to think now and go and begin to find out where are the locations where you can buy land for cemetery and go and think about it. How many of you know Aton Cemetery? You know that since I was young, I've been hearing Aton. So that means you can go and buy your own cemetery now and be waiting for the future. So that all these young people, all these Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they will die one day with 50 years, 100 years. So you can now become the Aton of the future. And then in your old age, they'll just come, it costs 30 million. You will not be buying 30 million for one vote. Well, if there's anything you take home from today, is the power of real estate gives you opportunity for wealth creation that no other vehicle can give to you. So today, don't live here until you plug into any of the opportunity that has been presented. The land banking opportunity we're giving to you is for everyone here today. Nobody should live here without getting something for themselves or their children. So like I said, don't do cash banking. Do what? Do land banking. Instead of keeping your money in the bank, tie it down with land and make sure that that is settled. Then fractional ownership. See how you can plug into any of the investment that we have so that you can own part of our hotel is there. In Lekki, you can own part of the hotel, you can own part of the different apartments, you can own part of the different land and houses that we have available. It's not something you can make light of, I'm telling you. So take advantage of all the opportunity, because the real money of Lagos is real estate of Lagos. So plug into the real estate and enjoy the real money. Bye for now.
All right, can we put our hands together and celebrate this awesome teaching? I don't know what you are doing. I expect you to clap more than this. You can add a shout to it to express our love. Wow. Somebody say wow. Somebody say wow. So when they say oh my loud, this one is louder than loud. Please put your hands together and celebrate again. So right about now, we want to get into the fireside session where we ask questions. And we are going to be engaging Pastor Matthew. And a number of questions were coming in while we were here. But you know, if we have to answer all the questions, we will not leave here today. So please be on your seat as we engage Pastor Matthew on a few questions that we have for him. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much, sir. It's been a loaded session. Awesome. And we want to appreciate all our friends that are here with us today. We might not be able to mention everybody's name, but some members of our board, we have Pastor Ebunlua. I cited Mrs. Obasa also. They are part of the board of directors of Pertinence Group. Bayo Lawal, thank you for coming. Femi Adisa, we appreciate you. I know I saw TMO earlier. A number of people. I saw friends from businesses, like land shares, board, just to mention. Thank you so much. Because of time, we might not be able to mention everybody. Please celebrate Pastor Ni Adesoya. We are waiting for you. Tell him we go nowhere. Tell him, say we go nowhere. Let him hear, say we go nowhere. So we are waiting for you, your session. We know it's going to be short, but powerful. Sir, we want to start with Macarius. Today, we go see Macarius, and it's a beauty to behold. I remembered when it was opened officially, we had the governor of Lagos State around, and many other dignitaries. But in some private conversation, you told us how that Macarius, that land was bought many years ago, and went through a lot of tussle, struggle, and everything. But look at it today. To the best of my knowledge, a 300 square meter plot of land at Macarius today is about 80 million, if not more, while 500 square meters should be about 120 or 130. I'm not sure if I'm right, but something around that corridor. And on the same Lekki-Ekpe expressway. How were you able to surmount this? Buying a property many years ago when nobody was looking in that direction, and today is a multi-billion naira project.
Yeah, 24 years ago, 25, we bought the land. Matter of fact, it was the Omoniles who invited us. And in Lagos State, there are various cascades of how you get your documentation. When they wanted us to buy that place facing the express, the challenge was that it's a land committed to the government. So we had to, on the behalf of the Omonile, apply for excision. And when Lagos State will give excision, they give it to the Omonile. Although you bought from them, so they will sign to you, but the excision, the COO will read their name. So 24 years ago, we'd already bought it. Then one of their sons rises. One of the things that happened to me in the middle of my crying, why is this delaying? One of the things that happened to me in the middle of my crying, why is this delaying? Then God reminded me that when I wanted to sell it, a plot was 2 million naira. So the delay was so beneficial to us. Suddenly, Lekki-Ekpe Express became Anibeju. Lekki area became the talk in town, and our land suddenly became the arrowhead by which everybody describes. So you go through this topsy-turvies, but you have to realize that it is part of the story of the land. Our challenge in Nigeria is that our laws are not strong and the enforcement is not strong. You live in Canada, I live in England. We know when you buy a land in those places and it's delineated to your name, nobody can jump on it because it's already in the system. Here in Nigeria, maybe on the system, but because Omonile will make claim, the state will make claim. But one thing you have to realize is that on top of it, if you are ready to follow the system, pay the price, eventually, of proving that we bought from all these people and all the Omonile stood by us, all the photographs were shown, all the COO, all the excision was obvious. So it became very clear that the guy was just an opportunist. And if you are here today, also you found yourself you want to buy land, you need to learn the power of banking. Like even the Mowe I kept
power
talking.
of banking.
Yeah, banking the land. The Mowe I was talking about, I first bought 30 acres. Then I bought 70. It became 100. Then they said,
you see the progression.
So we kept buying until it became 511. So first 30 acres, COO by Colonel Shashae Ninyom in 1991. Second COO around 2000 in 2000 or 2003 by this journalist governor of Ogun State, Oshoba, signed 511. Then when it now became 900, Benga Daniel did not only sign, he put state pillars around our land. It became the biggest protection of Bluestone land. Yeah. Which you people are enjoying.
All right, sir.
Please put your hands together. Go ahead. Sir.
Okay. One very major question. A lot of people are here today. They want to be the next Pastor Matthew or even bigger than Pastor Matthew. And they are looking forward to your investment strategy. Would you say that it's better to buy land for long term or just buy and flip? Which one would you prefer? And coupled to that question, can land really be an inheritance that you can protect and pass to your children?
3 questions. The first thing I would say is that number 1, yeah, you can buy and flip. But before you flip, make sure you are making some profit from it. Number 2, I would say buy and keep. And listen, don't follow all those arguments in the newspaper. Look for the next opportunity. Some of you who are here today do not know how much opposition Third Mainland Bridge faced. People were opposed to it. Why are they building any Third Mainland? We don't need Third Mainland Bridge. Do we need Third Mainland Bridge? Down. Do we need Third Mainland Bridge?
Yes.
If there were no Third Mainland Bridge today, what do you think will happen on your way to the island? There will be disaster. So I am not in favor of maybe the method by which the coastal road was decided. But ladies and gentlemen, the next biggest land explosion in the south and south-south and southeast is going to be that coastal road. Anyway, I already have 24 acres facing the place, so I'm just telling you.
You almost sold it to us, sir.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay, it's no longer for It's no longer for sale.
Before the coastal road was announced.
I was going to sell it. I was looking for money. Suddenly, they just announced that there's a coastal road. And my land, in fact, I have 2 lands facing the place. I have a beach. I have a 12-acre beach. It's facing Atlantic here, facing coastal road here. Then I have a 24 acres.
Please tell us when you bought those lands.
The 12-acre beach, I bought it 17 years ago, doctor.
Yes, sir.
At 30 million naira.
Wow.
Now, what's the price?
We are looking to sell for 1.5 billion. I'm not even sure if I want to sell
Any longer.
Yeah, but we're saying 1.5 billion. Somebody brought 1.2. I did not take it. So we are looking to sell 1.5 billion. So all those times I was selling, paying those things, I didn't have a house. We'll come, we stay in Sheraton, or then we rented a flat in GRA. We rented a flat in GRA. The reason I built one small house in Okpebi was because the GRA landlord was just raising the rent. Then I saw a quick plot for 10 million inside Okpebi. So built this quick house, a small house at the back, 4 flats in front. And Turkish International College, their teachers took the 4 flats. And the 7 years they were there, they paid for the whole house. Which is another strategy. So land banking. In a nation like Nigeria, for me, many Nigerians don't realize Japa has become something enticing, but they don't know that the next best thing, in my opinion, is Nigeria.
Wow. Wow.
So people can actually buy land as an inheritance for their children.
I did not answer that. We have a problem with inheritance. One day, I will go and sit down with Baba Obasanjo and have breakfast with him and say, Baba, you did us wrong. He was the one who introduced the land use decree that introduced certificate of occupancy. Certificate of occupancy basically takes land from you after 99 years. Before 1978, all land in Nigeria was freehold. So despite owning acres of land all over the place, I only own this tiny house in Tinubu. I have a house in Tinubu. It's just very difficult to reach there. You have to go through this corner, your corner to get it. That's the only house that has freehold. Because the freehold was before 1978. Long story. I bought 4 plots on Ikorodu Road where they have Mick Motors. And the person who sold it to me sold to another person. So my lawyer carried them and locked them up at Lion Building. So the woman used Tinubu house to pay back my money. I lost the 4 plots on Ikorodu Road that time. So that's the only house with. However, even though it is certificate of occupancy, which means 99 years, it is renewable. The best inheritance you can give your children. I am beginning to think. I'm a little radical nowadays. If I had my life to live again, I wouldn't have sent my sons to go and do first degree, master's degree. I would have done what the Igbos do. Let them go and do boy under somebody and learn how to do business. Because
This is deep.
Deep.
in England, where my sons are paid for their school, most kids in England, they borrow 20-something thousand to go and read music. It takes them 10 years to pay the school fee, the loan. So my sons, for example, the two girls they married took a loan. Their fathers took loan for their university. So now that they are married, 7 years or how many years? 10 years in marriage, they are still paying their school fee from university. It's only my sons that have nothing they are paying. Obama just finished paying after he finished presidency.
True. Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
Obama just finished paying his school fee. So if I had my life to live again, the first thing I would do is buy land for my children. Buy. Just be buying land and houses. So I've taught my children, one of my sons. So one of the things I did was, when my sons were getting married, your gift was a house. Your gift was a house.
Did you hear that? Your gift was a house. You can clap, please. You can.
And your gift can be a land.
Yeah. So one of them now,
land. Yeah.
one of them now have used the equity of that house to buy 5 houses.
Wow. Wow.
So if we are preaching seeders today, there's no better time to jump on it.
Oh yes.
Plus all the rewards that we are giving for you to be a part of it. So if you have not downloaded the app or you are not on seeders, please do that right now. Even if you are in real estate, pick one of the opportunities that we have here. You have 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, or even 10 years, depending on the property you are buying.
Matter of fact, if you don't do so, you then find that the money becomes less in your hand. I then had another vision of buying property for my grandchildren. And instead of buying in England,
So you are practicing what the Bible says. A rich man leaves an inheritance. A good man for his children's
so I
children.
came to Lagos and bought 22 properties for my grandchildren.
Sir, what did you say?
22 properties for my grandchildren.
Not for your children, for your
My
grandchildren.
As for
So
my
you see,
children,
we brought an authority in the industry.
in fact, where's Julie? Please stand up. She's the one who helped me to manage all the purchase 22 houses. So I'm not lying. That's one of my staff. Help me to celebrate Dr. Julie, please. So when I was
22
ready,
houses
yeah,
for grandchildren.
for my grandchildren, she's the one who helped me.
Where are they?
They're all in Lekki.
The children.
No, the children.
Oh, they are 9.
I need to be their friend.
8, 5, and 4.
So you want to start programming your son or your daughter to...
So a 4-year-old already has 5 properties.
Wow.
Because we were raised in one room, all of us slept in one room. Affliction must not rise a second time.
Wow.
Wow.
But people say real estate is risky. How risky? And how do you mitigate risk in real estate?
The higher the return on any investment, the higher the risk. Yes. However, out of many risky businesses, which one is riskier? Bitcoin, which they say one Yakamoshi started it. I don't know who Yakamoshi is. I don't know where Yakamoshi lives. I don't know where Yakamoshi is going. I carry my money and put into Yakamoshi's money. I was going to say this morning, I went to speak in Abekuta, and I'm one of those pastors who works in Word of Knowledge. As I got there to speak, I'm looking at a young pastor sitting in front, and I said, come out. I said, serious problem around you. You owe people. He opened his mouth, the whole congregation, I didn't know it was a problem in Abekuta. The guy had taken 2 billion from people to invest in Bitcoin. And the money disappeared. So EFCC, members of churches are pursuing the pastor. Imagine 2 billion in property. Yakamoshi has carried the money away. So, Bitcoin, on the other hand, sometimes it rises. But you see, we don't know the end or the beginning of all these coins. I have a problem with that. Shares, you just heard what I said about shares. My problem with shares in Nigeria is that I'm always flying with one guy who is the head of CSCS. That's the people who help you to manage your shares. And I'm always joking with him because we speak outside together. I don't think it is, our system is watertight. I want to boldly say, until somebody gets angry with me, I want to boldly say that there may have been insider dealing. For me to lose money